the thing he is signing are, if you look at him, I was going through him today when I was writing the Armageddon update. Everything is racist. It's against somebody.
Founded in hate.
Founded in hate. Getting even. It's all vengeance. It's all vengeance. Going after people who use. The funny thing, he's using politics as a weapon. And he writes an executive order to actually look for people who use politics as a weapon. It's like, what?
It's so upside down.
And everything he's writing is just, there's going to be a new Muslim ban. There's going to, oh, by the way, if you happen to be trans and you happen to be out of the country with your passport and it has an X on it, you can't get back in the country now. He can't. Yeah. And by the way, those people are like, thank God.
Yeah, right. At this point.
No, I couldn't go back. Sorry.
You know what proves all this point is because we were just talking about this earlier. Last week, I was asking a question about a pie chart, right? A percentage of like, what's the immigration
How many illegal aliens, right?
It's 4%. Of the population is illegal immigrants. Okay, so that's one. Then the transgender thing. What's the percentage?
Okay, or trans athletes in college. Yes. Out of 500,000 trans athletes, there are less than 10 trans athletes.
You know what I thought was a fascinating number was they estimate about 14,000 trans members of the military.
14,000 total.
14,000 trans people.
So we've just
volunteered to lay their lives on the line for our country.
That's what I did in the bit. Let's put the bit right here. So, in Armageddon, I did that bit. I want trans people in the military. Yeah. Are you kidding me? You had the balls to cut off your own balls? That's pretty ballsy. I want to fight next to that guy. Who's the toughest man in your unit? Linda. I want trans. You really... The funny thing about the whole trans thing or is like... I'm going to do a bit in the new show. By the way, I'll be in Denver this week. Rachel's going to be headlining Wednesday at the Denver Comedy Works, and I'm going to be doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What's funny to me about it is like, why would you care?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think, and someone pointed this out, I'll repeat it. Someone pointed out, so you went to this operation, you took hormones for a couple of years, you then had major surgery on your private parts so you could go watch women go to the bathroom. It just seems like
you can do that without all that.
Exactly. You get a drill.
You can just dress.
So I think that some people, although the majority of people in this administration, it's purely founded in hate, and fear mongering. But I do know that some people take issue with our government paying for the surgeries.
They're not, though.
Well, they have. Actually, on the news yesterday, when she said 14,000 people estimated to be active duty members of the military. And then she said, and not all of those had their operations paid for while they were in the military.
I'm going to look it up.
Oh, I'll look it up because you're bad at reading at the same time as being charming and effervescent.
People had their gender reassignment surgery paid for by the military.
Here's the other thing he's cutting, which is all this like the percentage of actually what it is. It's like he's cutting the grants and like any, which accounts for what of our overall budget?
0.09%.
I mean,
0.09, yeah. It's but what he's doing is, and the executive orders. People don't understand what executive orders are. They're not laws. Mm-hmm. They're not real. Yeah. He's just writing on toilet paper. Exactly. You know what it is? It's a dream board of hate.
Yeah,
it's a dream board. It's a vision board of assholeness is all it is. And he's doing it, and all of it's going to go to court. Tish James just filed suit against him, which she's never going away. Ray, from the time Ray saw Tish James, she's like, "Oh, this woman's going to be his nightmare." I heard it today
on my way here, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. So, and all this stuff about like, I want to see how many gender affirming surgeries were paid for by our government. It seems like that.
I just pulled this up on military.com in June of 2021. The Army put out a memo. Put out a memo that the force would provide hormone therapy, mental health care, and surgeries that they might require, according to a force-wide memo issued last week. And this was the last week of June.
June 23.
Major General Douglas Stitt, who's the director of the Army G1 Military Personnel Management Office, told reporters at a June 24th conference, the Army is open to all who can meet the standards. No otherwise qualified soldiers may be discharged or denied service solely on the basis of gender identity.
At least somebody's getting health care.
But how? Yeah, right. How many people have, though? Is there a number of people?
First, in order to qualify for gender transition care, soldiers would have to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria.
Dysmorphia?
Dysphoria.
Is it dysmorphia or dysphoria?
Dysphoria.
That's an HBO
just
show.
wanna get it
isn't
right.
That's why I keep saying
I just want to get it right. I just don't know. I know dysmorphia is
Isn't
something else.
Zendaya in that
Body
show?
dysmorphia is something, and then dysphoria is something else.
You could have just said yeah.
No, I just want to know. I want to. Titus need to learn words.
Well, dysmorphia is also a word.
Right.
Okay.
I just thought there was the same word that was being
Stop.
mispronounced.
Oh, I know you were correcting me, but you were
No.
wrong.
I was trying to for myself.
And then let's look up.
No one corrects you. Trust
You
me.
do.
Oh no.
That's why you get
Salespeople
married.
don't
I
correct
said
you.
that in my first special. I said I got married because I was tired of being right. He said, because that's why he took this job.
How many? How many? Give me a number. Give me a number. How many people got gender affirming care
He's like, don't give
in
me
the military?
trouble.
How many people had their? Because by the way, the best doctors ever are in the military.
Federal Bureau of Prisons provides gender affirming surgery amid historic legal victory in 2023. But you want a number?
I like a number. Yeah. I mean, because listen, it's all academic until we get a number.
Exactly.
Was it 15,000 people got gender affirming care?
No way.
Okay. Was it 5? Because here's the thing. At one point, gas prices. At one point, infrastructure. At one.
Right.
Of the 243 gender reassignment surgeries performed on military personnel since 2016, this was written in 21 though, and a lot of these got enacted in 21 and 23.
Okay, we'll find that then.
So from 2016 to 2021, 243 were done.
Okay. Okay, which is what percentage of the population?
193 occurred during the 2 years after Trump announced via Twitter that he would ban transgender individuals from serving.
Via Twitter. Love it.
So he's really effective. So that again, can we just nail down what an executive order is? Yeah. So
Also-
we're not doing this. And 190 people get it.
Yeah, on Twitter. What? There's other surgeries that military people get, so they can serve, right? So they get like LASIK, right? There's other things that so they can perform their duties.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, listen, there's some things that are elective, like if to me, it's the same as the military performing boob jobs. It's like you don't need a boob job to serve in the military.
The Williams Institute estimates that there are an additional 134,300 trans Americans who are veterans. How would you know that? Did they just sit around and go through the files and go, yeah, it was a sissy
Looks
man.
a little mannish.
Yeah.
Look at the way his zipper's halfway down.
Like, how do you decide that after the fact? But 134, they estimate,
Who?
unless they're just saying percentage-wise.
Yeah.
That was the Williams Institute. There are currently approximately 15,500 transgender men and women serving. Oddly, the last reported numbers were from 2016 to 2021. They're saying how much was spent, 15 million, breast or testicle removal, hysterectomies, and
There's less to fire
labiaplasty.
at.
Speaking of labiaplasty,
No. We don't know.
Is that why you guys were late? What?
I
No.
went to my gynecologist yesterday.
She's still your doctor. I'd be careful where you're going with this.
No, I'm just going to state facts.
Okay.
And I made my
Transition.
niece an appointment as well, who was in the military. This all ties in, vaginas and military.
Mhm.
And so my niece went first. My doctor's name is Honey Milestone. Like, I just think that's really freaking cool. Like,
It's a Willy Wonka name.
I thought it was like a stripper.
That's
What-
literally a Honey Milestone. Wow.
so she has a new office. I walk in and it's all underlit counters
Uh-huh.
and playing and like purple mood lighting. And I'm like, what is going on? And she started doing this thing called M-Sculpt that burns fat. And she's very cool, very matter of fact about your vagina,
Mhm.
whatever. And then she tells me, I actually love M-Fem. And I go, what's M-Fem? And she goes, oh, it's kind of like a vaginal rejuvenation thing, but using non-surgical.
What do you do? What are you doing road work with it? Why does it need to be rejuvenated? What did you put some miles on it?
Well,
like how many
look.
Hanging
miles?
kettlebells from
Look,
down there?
I'm here to tell you now that I've
Okay.
seen about 25 vagina before and after pictures.
Do the vaginas gain weight?
My niece
Do they
was
wear
just
out
sitting.
yet?
Well,
Okay,
maybe they do.
well,
After pregnancy.
apparently, guys, yes. Based
Yeah.
on what I saw, based
on
on
who
my
the man
research yesterday,
That was for you. You were kind of forced. Research was forced on you.
my niece is just sitting next to me like, like this. And Dr. Honey is flipping through her iPhone and going, oh, wait, no, look at this one. Look at this. And then blows it up. And I'm like, oh, and she goes, see how it's all pink now? It's because it brings blood flow back. And see how this was asymmetrical? No, look at that. Now it's all straight. And we saw about 25 vaginas. They looked, I will say.
So I've made an appointment.
I did ask her, I said, will you do balls? And she goes, no, we can't do balls. And then she pointed to this chair thing and she goes, no, this is for the men. And I just thought, you know what? I'm not going to ask because I might be subjected to another show and tell.
Exactly.
And Morgan already had this look like this was flying in the face of all things Morgan is.
It's one of those things that you people are like from Ohio talk about California. Like the doctor is flipping through a bunch of vaginal rejuvenation pictures. You're like, it's such a California lived out.
She goes, yeah, sometimes my kids go through my phone and they're like, Mom, and I guess I should get another phone for these vaginas. And
you need a burner for that.
Yeah. Where's my burner vagina phone?
Maybe they're like ears. They just like keep growing. You know what I'm saying? It's just all.
I'm just here to tell you.
I don't understand the extra abuse your vagina has taken. I need to get this thing rejuvenated.
I don't know. Maybe childbirth is what I
that's what
wondered.
Maybe that's
so.
That's like I know, like testicles, like because of gravity, right?
Did your vagina get mugged? Did your vagina get mugged? Like, what happened? My vagina was beaten in an alley. Hold on,
you're never gonna get a date if you say things like that. Mine are at my feet.
No.
Just I have a doctor for you, and she has a chair, and I don't know what it does.
Okay, lops them off.
You sit in it.
That's what that's
she
for?
She pointed at this black low thing with sides.
With spikes on it? That sounds like a medieval torture chair.
It's just got a...
So if we just go by average, there's less than 500 gender affirming surgeries since 2016. That's 9 years, right? How many vagina rejuvenations?
Like a cigar cutter.
No. I tried not to hear it. That's why I didn't respond.
For late-term circumcision?
No. Wow.
I wish I could find numbers.
I could feel that. Like
I don't even. Wow.
For number of transgender troops in the U.S. Army has doubled since 2020. Taxpayers have spent $26 million on sex change surgeries and treatments.
Since 2016, right?
To be fair, $17.5 million of that was spent on psychotherapy, $7.5 million on surgeries.
Wow. It's such a... Okay, all right. Yeah, guys, whatever you think. I believe in this. If you are in the military and you are putting your life on the line for America and you are troop ready, fine. There's other surgeries. There's a lot of psycho. Like if people go get in the surgery, I mean, people go in the military and their brains aren't right, so they have to go through therapy. Yeah. That costs. How much money have we spent in therapy in the military? Let's do some other things. How much have we spent on like
a Tomahawk missile? Or something that doesn't work.
It's a billion.
A jet that doesn't work.
It's a billion.
So this is interesting. When you actually specifically search 23, says there isn't much information about the number of transgender reassignment surgeries performed in the military from 21 to 23 and on. And it's interesting because that's when Democrats took over. And we would be more likely to grant this, but also... on the reporting.
You think so? You think they wouldn't tell them? Yeah. Don't you think they want a virtue signal? Don't you think Democrats want a virtue signal? Look at what we've done.
Maybe not on this.
Well, their messaging sucks. So even if they do good things,
everyone talks about how and by the way, the Republicans are brilliant at this. They're brilliant at someone RFK is going to be have his confirmation hearing. RFK was over a decade a heroin user.
Right.
Over a decade. So I posted something like that and people they're like, man, that was 10 years ago, man. He's blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I go, yeah, but Hunter Biden been clean for 5, 6, but you guys beat the shit. You guys literally